Good afternoon, Twin Flames, particularly Divine Masculines. This video is for you guys. I know I said I wouldn't do any more Twin Flames, but I am absolutely led now to do these, to do some more, as a result of just revelations that have come to me as a result of using this tool, which I did a video on my YouTube channel. It's an hour and a half long about this. I'm calling the spiritual egg of just, it's the most vulnerable video I've done, and I do a lot of explaining about a lot of things using examples from my twin flame relationship of how important this tool, this spiritual egg as I'm calling it, can be to help you with your relationship. To sum it up, you get mad at your partner, current partner, ex-partner. You get mad at them because they react a certain way to what you have done, or they act a certain way because of what you've done, because they are triggered back to something that someone in their past has done. It is perceived as, what you've done is perceived as what they did back then. Whether you actually did that or not, it's how they see it. Therefore, they react or act a certain way. You get angry at them when you shouldn't get angry at them. That's the gist of the spiritual egg, as I call it. As a result of using this, I sat down and wrote down, lots of examples of where this was going on with all of us, myself and her and the kids as well. I could see where these things could be taken as something it wasn't, and these things could be taken as legitimately what they were. And it was mind-blowing, and it still is mind-blowing, because I still even getting things that come up that I'm like, yeah, that could be as well. So we really need to kind of think about those things. Divine masculine. How many of us out there question, am I the divine feminine or am I the divine masculine? Well, let's look at it from, and I know we're not the only ones that's going through, I'm not the only one that's going through this. We're not the only ones that's going through this. They left, physically left. I didn't physically leave. I didn't throw them out. They physically left. Okay? That's one check mark in the divine masculine. All indications is they're not working on their stuff. This is your perceptions as well. Okay, that's another checkbox over there in the masculine. All appearances is they're focusing on work, career, success, social media, the celebrity, whatever. That's another check over there. Okay, so now then we'll stop there. You now are convinced they're divine masculine because you are doing your healing work. You didn't leave, physically leave. You're doing spiritual things. Well, okay, you're not doing all this stuff over here that's all this other stuff. So that's your divine feminine. Are you? I convinced myself I was, based off of what I'm seeing with these eyes. And I'm only seeing it through social media. I'm doing it through here because I'm hearing it through talking in my ear. People. Okay? So they left. Does that make them the divine masculine? Just because they physically left, that doesn't mean that they left. Maybe you left. Maybe you felt like your divine feminine was trying to control you, emasculate you, manipulate you, make you submissive. Maybe started looking more masculine. Maybe started acting more masculine. Maybe all this stuff. Trying to change you. I don't know if I said that or not. And maybe you didn't want all that. That's not who you are. It's not what you signed up for. I'm not going to be submissive to nobody. I'm not going to be changed. I'm not going to be emasculated. No, not gonna be manipulated. No, I'm not gonna be with somebody who looks masculine. I'm not like that. I'm not into that. I'm not gonna be with somebody who's acting masculine, and because I'm masculine, I'm not gonna be with somebody like that. I want a woman, and I want somebody feminine, whatever. This is what I dealt with. This is me. Just giving examples so you learn from my mistakes and all. Did she run or I ran? I ran. I ran fast. I didn't realize that I ran. That's the honest truth. I didn't. I felt she physically left, so therefore this is on her. So now I blamed everything that's happened in a relationship on her. Had I used the egg, no way I could ever do that. No way she could ever do that against me. Because the egg would show, the egg reveals so much. I didn't realize how much I actually had done and am responsible for. How much I'd done that was perceived differently than what it really was. Same thing over here. Definitely can see where things that, she did that was not actually what was going on, and things that she did that was actually going on. It is just amazing to me. It's mind-blowing. So I ran. She knew that. You don't think you're divine feminine? Look, the thing about the divine feminine is they are the spiritual leader of the relationship, family, whatever you want to call it. If you've made a family or whatever. You are the leader. You are the divine masculine. You're the protector. She doesn't want to do both. They've got a blueprint. For better or worse, they've got a blueprint. And I think sometimes I could see where it could get blurry. What they're supposed to, what you're supposed to be as divine masculine, and maybe what they think or want you to be, or both. And somehow or the other, I think I can see where it could very easily get blurred into this is exactly what they're supposed to be. Well, no, that's not who I am. That's not who I'm ever going to be. So your blueprint is totally wrong about me. See, you're trying to change me, control me, manipulate me, emasculate me, make me submit to you. No, that is not who I am. You think you're better than me because you're more spiritual than me. You are constantly making me try to believe your beliefs, and I'm uncomfortable with it. You're forcing that stuff down my throat. You're not being very understanding. You're not being very. When you try to tell me things, you're coming across hostile because I'm not getting it. I'm not into that, and all this stuff. I am dealing with all that stuff because of what has happened in the past. All that stuff happened in the past to me. And now that I'm seeing all that in one person, where this was multiple people, I'm seeing it in one person. The one person I love more than anything in the world is now doing all this stuff. I gotta run. Because I didn't sign up for this. I gotta run. And I ran. And didn't realize I ran. That was it. I'm not going to sit around here, and I know that I'm not the only divine masculine that feels it. I'm not going to sit around and sit in a bamboo hut and for the rest of my life with you and meditate every day and smell incense every day and chant and play with crystals and not be able to watch TV, not be able to do things that couples do, not be able to spend time together, none of that stuff. I'm not doing all that. I didn't ever believe that would happen with us. I didn't believe that. I was starting to believe it. I was really starting to believe that this is what the future is going to be. Because of the things that she was doing that I was perceiving her doing, that because of stuff that happened in the past, I had to run. Because I did not sign up for this. This is not what I'm not happy with this. No. Here's the thing about the divine feminine. They are the spiritual, more spiritual, like it or lump it, they're more spiritual than you. That's their role. That's what they were designed to be. They're going to feel things much more intense than you are. You may be spiritual. You may have a very strong spiritual connection. You may be very good with it, very strong with it. But for better or worse, their role is the spiritual leader. So they're going to be much more in tune to things, feel things more into the spiritual world, more into all of it than you will be. Doesn't mean you're not interested and you're not into it, but they're going to be more in tune to it. I guess the only way I can say it without, yeah. So when you start doing all this stuff and you start pulling back and you start having all this and you're not talking about it, because we don't talk because we've got these walls that we've come into the relationship with. We haven't started breaking them down. If we don't break them down, there's no trust circle. And the one thing we need after that before we can start talking about these issues that's coming up and all that need to be talked about, absolutely need to be talked about, we don't feel safe with each other. We never felt safe with each other. And that's the God's honest truth. I know she'll agree to this. If you can't feel safe, there's no trust. No trust, there's walls. Now there's structures for both of us. Now, there's structures. So the structures need demolition crew to come in and destroy, so trust can be built. Total trust can be built so that total safety can be had, so that these issues can be talked about finally. If they're telling you they don't want to talk about this, because Ed was telling me, my spirit guide was telling me this, they want to talk about the things that they're telling you that they don't want to talk about. Problem is that they don't feel safe enough to talk to you about it at the current moment or the foreseeable future to them, because you ain't got to that point with them yet, and you know that you ain't got to that point with them yet either, and vice versa. So they feel that you're going through all this. Problem is you can't talk about it. Those three things are not there, so you can't talk about it. And now then you're out dating because you're just so over this now. You're done with it. They're indicating through this they're done with it. They never told you that, but you're all butthurt. You're perceiving all this stuff based off of what's happened in your past, feeling all this stuff because of what happened in your past. That's some true, maybe none of it true, maybe all that. So now you want no part of it. You're butthurt. You want no part of it. They feel that. Now then they're sad. They're beginning to get sad. The sadness is kicking in. Maybe depression's starting to kick in. Hopelessness is kicking in. Now you're dating. You're maybe having multiple partners over here. And maybe you're going out and partying with your friends. Maybe you're just living it up. But you're seeing them as doing this, but that's not what they're doing. They're over here trying to make a career, pay their bills. They're just hanging on. Because maybe they're doing videos. Maybe they're taking pictures all over Instagram and all that stuff. And they're all smiles and they're wearing costumes, Divine Masculine. They're wearing costumes. Because they're just trying to make it day by day. Because what you don't know is they're sad. They're struggling because they want you. Regardless of what you think and what their physical actions have shown and what you feel based off of what's happened in your past, they don't want this. It has to happen because I'll tell you in a moment a little bit why this had to happen, but they ultimately want to be with you. But they need you to get your shit together because you're not doing what you need to do. You're not living up to the blueprint, unfortunately, that's blurred, I think. And they're also know that they need you to step up and you're not step up. You're not capable at this point to step up and do what they need you to do. If you don't step up, then they surely will not give you and be all of the things you need and want and all that. They want to give you all this stuff. They want all the same things, but they can't do that because you're not doing your part. You're not showing that you're willing to do it. They're not willing to, meet you halfway because you're not even willing to meet them halfway. In my case, what happens is I meet someone. Wasn't planning on it, but I meet someone. Keeping in mind that I had joined a dating site. Put it out there. She knew that. That I've been saying all along. I don't think my soul would allow me to date. Adamant about that. Adamant about staying the course. But then I said, I'm done. I shut off anytime I feel her energy, nope, push it away. If you're doing this as a divine feminine, they feel this. They know this. I meet this person, I'm with her 3 to 4 months tops. 4 months tops. Within the first month, I'm engaged. Not thinking what's happening over here because I'm focused on me. What happens over here? He never loved me. He never loved my kids. He lied to me. He lied to my kids. He does not see me as worthy to fight for. He doesn't see my kids worthy to fight for, the relationship worthy to fight for. He does not see my value, my kids' value, the relationship's value. He only wanted to be with me, to sleep with me. He's just as bad as everyone in my past. He is a narcissist. He is a gaslighter. He is a love bomber. He is all these things and more. He is everything. Oh, he's a lie. He duped me. All I ever am, all I ever will be, is someone to sleep with. Because that's what everybody has done for me, made me feel. Last person in the world I ever thought would make me feel this way is him. The fact that she left, was because she was terrified of me. Ed told me in using the egg. She was terrified of me because of the things that happened in her past. Perceptions and realisms of what was going on. Real and perception. I was becoming Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde at warp speed. And everything spiritual that was going on, she could now place that on me, which it wasn't. Everything that she's ever been afraid of, worried about I could be, I am now. I am a combination of all these people that have hurt her in the past. Plus, I am her walking nightmare come true. She had to leave. I will be back when it is safe. I didn't hear that. What I heard was the voices from the past. I need some space. I need some time, but I'll be back. You lied to me. You didn't come back. You abandoned me. You used me. You hurt me. I'll be back when it's safe. You're lying to me. You've used me. You're going to abandon me. You're going to hurt me. Never lied to me once, never given an indication she ever would lie to me. Didn't matter. The past stuff was there. Past stuff is here. Perception. Resentment built. Resentment's already building. There's so much resentment. I have the resentment building and building, And she's got the fear that's been building and building, and now it's absolute terror, and now it's survival for her. And survival means she has to go. I have to live with that. I have to live with what I did when I got involved with this person over here and what it has done to her, because it is vaporized according to what I saw and what I felt and what Ed told me, is that this isn't like a nuclear bomb went off inside of her. It's like everything inside of her has vaporized, and now she's running around in costumes, smiling for the cameras, smiling for her friends and family, when in actuality she's not even really a shill. That she is hurt. How could the person that I loved have duped me so badly and done this to me? The whole time I'm with this person, I'm looking at her. I'm going in the closet looking at her pictures that I printed off the internet and framed and hung up on the wall. She's on my divine feminine altar in there, a picture. The things that she's given me over the past in the relationship, I'm holding dear. I'm thinking about constantly. Looking at social media secretly so I don't get caught. I'm feeling like I'm cheating on this person, even though I'm not physically over here. Mentally I am. So mentally I guess I'm cheating. Angel sign, angel numbers thrown in my face to the point it's almost like slapping me. Signs and synchronicities. Smelling her, seeing her, feeling her, vivid dreams about her, seeing people look like her name all over the place. Ed's like, yeah, you didn't belong over there. I've been trying to get you back over here. She's been coming, according to him, like astral projecting. She does that all the time. She's been coming in your dreams, interacting with you. She's been coming, you've been feeling her. That's because she's there. This is all going on. This type of stuff's going on in the wee hours of the morning when she's asleep and I'm awake because I'm a night owl. So she's projecting herself here. She's still fighting even though she's destroyed, absolutely destroyed. She's still fighting. And you're not. Here's the kicker. I couldn't even get over this. I just couldn't, I know what to think. He reveals basically that they never felt that I wanted him here from the beginning. My actions proved that I didn't want him here from the beginning because of the perception, and some of my actions came across that way. You shut down and didn't talk to nobody. You went outside. You kept going outside. You closed up to them. You didn't really talk to them. You didn't really spend time with them. You went and isolated yourself. You were lying every time she asked you, are you okay, when you shut down, and you said, yeah, that's a lie. I didn't even catch that. She asked you from day one, please don't lie to me. Every time you told her yes, you were okay, even though you shut down, you lied to her. And she knows that, knew that then. I was completely oblivious to it. This is I feel stupid because I didn't know it and realize it. But yeah, if you lied 5 times in a day, 5 times a week, 5 days a week, that's 25 lies you told in 5 days. Please don't lie to me. Holy fuck. You shut down, isolated yourself, wouldn't talk to them, wouldn't spend time with them, and you're coming across as some crazed ass bully, and you're picking on even though you're just picking and being, trying to be jovial, and that's what you do, can be perceived by the children as you're trying to bully them. They're not used to that kind of behavior. That is bullying to them. Maybe she perceives that as bullying. See, this is all stuff that came to me. And totally I could see when I'm writing that down that can be perceived by the children, especially the one that I'm joking with, as me bullying, singling out and bullying. When in actuality it was just me picking and being just me. The things you're buying them they're feeling like you are trying to bribe them, buy their affection. That wasn't the case. Never was. Even before I met them, I was buying them things. You're being perceived as things you're not, but to them it's real, and it is that way to them. Blown. My God, I'm all the men my fucking mom dated. I'm now that to these kids. Holy fuck. I gotta live with that. I know that trauma. Now I've done that to them. Never meant to be. I wanted to adopt these kids from day one. I said all along, that's my kids. That's my kids. Those are my kids. You are mine. That's my kids. My son is yours. That's his siblings. You know, that's what I feel. Like, very beginning. You know, second date, told her I loved her. Second date, I'm fairly certain was second date, maybe third date. I told her that. Now I'm traumatized him. Never made him feel like that I wanted him here. And I'm like, that's not true. They never unpacked their bags. She had bags packed in the room. She told you one time before something about that. She never fully unpacked. I started thinking, well, one of the kids, I was in that room a decent amount. True. There's stuff in bags. The other room, I didn't go in. I didn't go in there. But there again as well, the spiritual stuff that was going on here that I didn't find out till after they were gone. There's stuff going on in that room that I wasn't doing, that I totally see, that because of everything else, I was perceived as the one doing it when I wasn't. So their bags were never unpacked. They felt you never wanted them here, that you didn't accept them. You've terrorized her now to the point that she is absolutely just petrified of you and got to get away from you. You've done that to the kids as well. And now then you have absolutely done more than destroyed her by doing what you've done over here. I have to live with this. And that's when Ed's like, now you've done what you said that has to happen. Because I'm like, what do I do now? Absolute rock bottom. Rock bottom, you've got handholds, pull yourself up out. Absolute bottom, walls are slick, you got nothing. You got to figure it out. So what happens next? I don't know. I never really gave up. She never gave up. She never fully said, Ed's like, she never said y'all broke up. That was you. That was you who got butthurt and started saying, she said, back when I'm safe. It doesn't matter what this court stuff is. Doesn't matter with that. Read the paperwork. So I went and got the paperwork. Current or former partner. Okay. Well, there's been things posted that says X. Wow, Eddie, you jumped deep in that pool there, didn't you? Personalization pool. Divine Masculine, step up. Use this tool. Understand your actions are hurting and devastating your Divine Feminine. Both of you use this tool and see how it can help you to have a happy, successful relationship. Any relationship out there, guys. This is amazing. This is amazing. And it will save you what I've had to go through. I don't want anybody to go through what I have and find the revelations that I have found out. Because as she's destroyed, I'm now destroyed because of the way that I'm seen as and what I did.